So we've just learned how to calculate a chi-squared value using a chi-squared table. As you probably have seen, it's a little bit complicated from the PowerPoint, but when you do this statistical test in Excel, it's very, very easy. So let's begin. Now, I've taken the same table that we had in the PowerPoint. Keep in mind that what we have here are female and male butterflies, and these are the counts that have the enumeration data that has come that for a population that is returned from overwintering. And you can see that it looks like it's skewed a little bit towards the female in terms of numbers. So we're going to try to see now if, statistically speaking, there is a significant difference between the number of females that have returned from overwintering versus males. What we have to keep in mind here is that, like with the t-test, the chi-square value that we're going to be calculating is not really a chi-square value. We don't have to go to the c-squared critical value table like I showed you in the PowerPoint. What's going to pop out here for a chi-square value is simply a p-value, a probability value, and it makes it very simple. Essentially, if the number that we get here is greater than 0.05, our critical probability value, then there is no significant difference. If the p-value is less than 0.05, then there is a significant difference. And again, our null hypothesis here is that there is no significant difference in the number of females that have returned from overwintering versus males. So we're going to try to see if we accept or reject that null hypothesis. Now, here we go, the easy part. In order to do this test, click on the square where you want the value. Then go up to your functions, and in this case we want more functions. Up will pop the formula builder. Let's move it over here. You can see that I've done this in practice, chi-square test, but you just want to type in chi. Oh, there it is. Great. Now just click on it. Don't worry about these others. Use this one. Click on it. All right, now it's going to ask you two things: actual range and expected range. Actual range is Excel for observed numbers or observed range. So what we need to do is over here, click and highlight the two observed values that we have. In this case, we have only 1 degree of freedom. Then, now down here, our expected range. Our expected range came from the theory that if there was no difference in the survivalship of the two different sexes, that they'd return in equal proportion, a 1-to-1 ratio. So if we have 1,000 total returning, there should be 500 males and 500 females. So we highlight that. That's our expected range, and we are finished. Watch. All right, that's a very small number. It's actually a p-value, keep in mind, 0.000311216. So what do? We look over here. Is the p-value greater than 0.05? Definitely not. Is the p-value less than 0.05? Yes. This is telling us that we can be confident that there is a significant difference in the number of females that have returned from overwintering, female monarch butterflies that have returned from overwintering versus the number of males. All right? So, very simple. We can take this value now. It's a p-value. It tells us whether or not we have significant difference. In this case, we definitely do. We can be quite certain, or the probability that we're wrong is very, very, very low. Okay, great.